Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I finally got my hands on the brand new God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. This is her brand new perfume that she just released. She announced the release of this perfume earlier this month. I think it was like beginning of July. And I wanted to know the notes so bad, but obviously they didn't release until it actually officially came out. This perfume officially came out online on Ulta Beauty July 29th. And then the release date for it to go on the sales floors will be August 1st. And you're probably wondering, like, how do you have this and it's not even out? And that's because if you really want this and you go to Ulta right now, they actually are allowed to sell it to you. Like, they can go to the back of the store and get it. And I wanted to film this video for you guys before the release date just so that you can kind of get an idea, because I know that a lot of you guys tell me that you have the same perfume taste as I do, so maybe this will kind of help you determine if you want to like buy this or not. Personally, I always knew I was gonna buy this, like, since she released it. I love her perfumes. I have almost all of them, but because I just love every single one of those perfumes, I just feel like she can do no wrong for me. I don't know how involved she is in the production of these perfumes, but I really trust that pretty much all of her perfumes are gonna be perfumes that I like. Her type of perfumes is like my scent preference. I like super like sweet, girly type of perfumes. I'm not a super floral and fresh kind of girl. There's like some that I do like, but these types of perfumes are like my favorite. Like, they're a little bit generic, but it's just what I like. So anyways, let's get into this perfume. This is the huge 100ml 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. As soon as this perfume released online, I went straight to Ulta Beauty and checked out the notes, because the notes hadn't come out until July 29th. And I'm gonna read you guys the notes. This perfume is like super brand new, so you can't find this on Fragrantica yet. It hasn't been added, but the notes are on the Ulta website. This is a first impressions video. I have done like 3 of these on my channel, and what I do with these videos is basically we kind of talk about the perfume, we go over the notes, and then I smell it and get my first impression on it. Obviously, I can't do a review because I've only had this for one day. This perfume has top notes of ambrette and juicy pear, has middle notes of orris and Turkish rose petals, with base notes of Madagascar vanilla and creamy cedarwood. I'm gonna be honest, the only thing that I was kind of a little scared is probably that Turkish rose petals, just because I really like strongly dislike a heavily rose scented perfume. There is some perfumes that it's done right and it's not like a grandma kind of floral, but I feel like most of the time heavy rose perfumes are just not it for me. So that's the only thing that I'm kind of a little weary of. That Madagascar vanilla, I'm here for it. The creamy cedarwood, the ambrette, the juicy pear, pretty much all of the other notes except for that rose. I don't know if that will maybe like make this really good because it has a really good blend of it, or it'll be like the standout. I don't know, but we're gonna find out now because I literally cannot wait any longer. I'm gonna rip into this and open it right now. All right, so I got the plastic off. Here's the box. The box is super pretty. I love this packaging. I love this picture of her in the back. It's so pretty. She's just surrounded by a bunch of flowers. I feel like that's kind of like the only hint we got towards like what the smell of this was gonna be when she first announced it. Is like she's surrounded by a bunch of flowers, so I had a feeling it was going to be more floral than all the other ones. I had a feeling it was also going to be a little bit more maybe mature, grown up, sexy maybe than the other ones. That's kind of what I'm expecting out of it anyway. But this perfume is also 100% vegan. It's cruelty free. On Ulta, they have categorized this perfume as a fruity musk. I'm in love with the packaging. I'm honestly going to say this is my favorite packaging. Oh, this is huge. First of all, this is so big. Look at this perfume. It's almost as big as my head, but I have a very small head. So this is the packaging. I feel like some people like didn't love this. I actually love it. I think it looks really cool. It just kind of looks like a crystal. I love this sort of like peek through window where you can kind of see the juice of the perfume. This is, again, same as all of her other fragrances, one of these where you can take it out of the packaging, and it's just super simple. I honestly love, like, I'm in love with how simple this perfume is. Super like easy to hold. It just says Ariana Grande on the side. Okay guys, I think it's time. By the way, I don't know if you can tell. Well, it's kind of hard to not tell, but I tried to like do my makeup and my hair. I failed very miserably on my hair because I don't know how to do hair. Like, I suck at it. But I try to kind of like, you know, fit the vibe of this video and kind of do me a little Ariana Grande look. I have such high hopes for this perfume right now that if it disappoints me, I'm going to be very sad because I've been waiting for it this entire month. Okay, I can't smell anything right off the bottle. This is so fruity in the opening. It's such like that juicy pear comes out. Honestly, it kind of smells like strawberries to me, weirdly enough. Like strawberries mixed with pear. This reminds me exactly of the strawberry haichu. I don't know if you guys have ever had the strawberry haichu, but it's amazing. I'm gonna spray it on my hand just because I feel like I get a better feel of something when it's sprayed on my skin. I'm trying to like figure this out right now, so I'm sorry for like the awkward silence. Okay, so I have good and bad things to say about this. Good thing that Turkish rose petals, I'm not getting at all. It's not like heavy rose or grandma floral, whatever you think that is. It's not that at all. Like I barely even get the rose. Maybe like a slight floral, but it's like super sweet floral. It's like barely a floral. It's mostly sweet. It's very candy sweet. I'm telling you guys, if you've ever had the haichus, strawberry haichus, which is weird because I know that this has no strawberry in it. It's juicy pear. But somehow it's just really giving me like strawberry vibes. I don't know, like strawberry mixed with pear. It's very, very juicy. It's very vibrant. And in the dry down, I am getting a little bit of that vanilla. But I would say that that juicy pear that's in the opening kind of like remains all throughout this set. It never really goes away. It's very, very fruity. It's a very light scent, I would say. Like, I'm not getting strong projection out of this, in my opinion, which is why I feel like this won't be a long-lasting perfume, because usually perfumes that are more like skin scents, more lighter scents, just don't really tend to last. And I feel like because I've tried so many perfumes, I kind of know when I spray a perfume, I kind of know if it'll last or not. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but maybe if you're a perfume lover yourself, you maybe get what I'm trying to say. I feel like this is not a perfume that will last very long just because it's very light. This, out of her entire perfumes, it is really, really sweet and more of like a candy, fruity sweet, but it's not like sugary sweet, not like that sugary marshmallowy sweet that all of her other perfumes are. Pretty much every single other one of her perfumes have that vibe, and this one doesn't. This one is very, very, very bright and fruity, like super fresh kind of fruity. Fresh, sweet, fruity is what I would categorize this. It's not like a gourmand type sweet, marshmallowy, gooey kind of type sweet that all of her other scents are. This is still very juvenile to me. I kind of expected this one to be a little bit maybe more grown up than the other ones. This one honestly is kind of really reminiscent of her brand new release which came out that she didn't announce, of the Thank You Next 2.0 perfume. It kind of reminds me of that because it's got like that bright fruity opening as well that one also has. I wouldn't say that this one has that much of the cloud DNA in this, but I feel like there's like a hint of that kind of smell in this. I do like it, but I don't love it, and I'm not disappointed by it because I wasn't expecting anything crazy. Like, I was expecting something sweet, I was expecting something fruity, that's what the notes are, but I was expecting it to smell like a little bit more mature, and it's giving me like younger vibes, which, I mean, what do you expect? Her audience is like teenagers, like 13-year-olds, so geared towards that audience, this is like perfect scent. Definitely something you could wear to school. It's nothing that is like obnoxious or out there. I wouldn't say that this is like sexy. This is just like, it's pretty, it's fresh, it's sweet, it's like girl next door. She's not trying too hard. Kind of reminds me of like a really fruity smelling hairspray or something like that. I don't know if that's exactly an appealing way to describe this, but there are some hairsprays that smell really, really good. I feel like when I first sprayed it, it kind of almost gave me vibes of like Windex a little bit, or some sort of cleaning product. That pear though is super vibrant in this. I really, really love the pear in this. It's so bright in the opening. You literally feel like you just have like a fresh, juicy, like cut up pear right in front of you. It's not a synthetic sort of pear. It's like realistic pear. It's one of these scents that make your mouth water because it's so fresh. It's a very like aquatic, like water sort of scent. It has like this juicy quality to it, like fresh and fruity, but obviously pears are like mostly water, so it's very, very like juicy and watery, if that makes sense. Obviously water doesn't have a smell, but you know what I mean. It's kind of giving you that like mouth-watering feel. It's described on Ulta. It says empowered, breathtaking, natural, a breath of fresh air for the senses. I do agree with this as like a breath of fresh air. It's natural. It's giving that kind of vibe. I would say though that this is a complete different take than her other perfumes. It's not as like dense and thick, I guess, as their other perfumes. I don't know if that makes sense. It's very light and airy and fresh, but it's a fresh that I can get on with. As I said in the beginning of this video, I don't like fresh scents, and this one is giving me that fresh kind of vibe, but it's a fresh that I can get on with because it's super sweet fresh. I feel like for all the fresh fruity lovers out there, you are literally going to die over this perfume, because I feel like this is so appealing to a fresh fruity lover. I am a fruity lover. I'm not so much a fresh lover. I can get on with some fragrances that are fresh, and this is definitely one of them because it's really pretty. Like, I can't deny that. I would give this, like, if I had to rate it, a strong 8 out of 10 because I don't dislike this. Like, I know that I'm kind of maybe sounding a little negative in this video. I don't want to come off like that as well. I'm just trying to really give like an honest opinion of, you know, what I smell, because I told you guys I had very high hopes for this. And I feel like it's not what I was expecting it to smell like, because I was kind of expecting that typical Ariana Grande perfume DNA to be in this. I honestly feel like this is very different from all her other scents. I do recommend this though. I think it's a really pretty scent. I think this is like fresh out the shower type of scent. It'll just make you smell pretty. And I am getting that cedarwood because I've had this on for a little while now and I sprayed it again. And the dry down is really pretty. In the dry down, you really get that Madagascar vanilla, and then you get that creamy cedarwood, which I feel like is really giving this like an expensive feel to it, because I feel like if it wasn't for that creamy cedarwood, it would kind of smell very body spray sort of smelling, you know, like that typical fresh fruity body spray sort of scent. But that cedarwood for me, I feel like is saving this. It's not like strong cedarwood or anything like that, like nothing crazy, but it's giving this like that hint of maturity, that hint of like not sexy perfumey, but just like perfumey scent that I feel like this definitely needed. And then I do smell a little bit of rose in this, but it's a really pretty rose. Like definitely a more young, upbeat type rose. I feel like this will be a scent that I do get a lot of use out of because I do like it. I know that I feel like I'm talking a little negatively about it, and I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to really like hit every point that I want to say in this video. And this is a first impression, so obviously like I can't tell you like, oh, I love this or I hate it based off of like me smelling it once, because for me my nose changes so much. There's perfumes in my collection that when I first bought them I hated them, never wore them, and then somehow now they're like my favorite perfumes. Perfect example, I don't want to bring another perfume into this video, but I just will because I want to give you this example. I hauled this in one of my videos. It's the MAC Candy Yum Yum scent, and I explained this in that video. I said I didn't like it at all. It's too fresh for me. It was too like tangy for me. It just wasn't like as sweet as I wanted. And now I have been nonstop wearing this for some reason. I don't know why. I wear it to bed so much and I love it. My fiance loves it. It's like so sweet on me all of a sudden. I used to think it was like super like fresh and too like just tart and citrusy, and now it's like one of my favorites, and it settles into my skin so nicely and turns so like sweet and delicious. And yeah, it's like one of my most worn at the moment, which is weird because at first I was not wearing it at all because I just didn't like it. But that's just exactly what I mean when I say that I can't give you like a full on review on this. Like, this is just my first impressions, and this opinion on this could change. I could end up loving this. It could be my favorite perfume ever, or I could end up not liking it. I do think I'm gonna like it though. I do really like the vibe of it. It's a really fresh and pretty scent. And you know, as much as I love my super like sweet sugary scents, sometimes those can kind of weigh me down, and I do want something more like airy and fresh and sweet, and this is definitely, I feel like, gonna be that for me. But that's it, guys. That was my little first impression slash like review, not really, on this perfume. If you're a fresh fruity lover, this is going to be your scent. Even if you're not, like, even if you're like just sweet scents like me, I would still say give this a try because it is really sweet. I feel like it's like sweet and fruity with like a little bit of floral, and I do think that this is very true to the name. Like, it's giving me goddess vibes, because when I picture like a goddess, I picture like this airy, effortless, like breathtaking, beautiful woman, simple and natural, and I feel like this is kind of embodying all of that. So I feel like the name of this is perfect. Like, the scent really suits the name, like God is a Woman. My final thoughts on this, I really like it. It's not a love as of right now, but I do think it's going to grow on me. Tad bit fresh for me, and that's the only thing that I'm like iffy about, but it's not like so fresh where it's like boring me, because it has enough of those like fruity notes, and that fresh juicy pear in this is so prominent, along with like this almost like this green apple scent or like strawberry, like super fresh fruits in the opening. Like they kind of just are so dominant in the scent, like all throughout, and then mixed with like that vanilla. It's just like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's one of these scents that you gotta smell for yourself. I hope that this video was like helpful enough for you to kind of maybe make up your mind if you are interested in buying this or not. 3.4 is $65 and the 1.7 is $55, so I feel like you do get better value for your money if you do get the 3.4, but they do have testers obviously, so just go into Ulta and smell this and come back to this video and let me know your thoughts on this perfume. I really want to know you guys' thoughts, what you think about it. Maybe I don't smell something that you guys do or vice versa, but I just really wanted to give you like my 2 cents on this before it came out so that maybe you can decide if it's something you want to check out or not. But that is it for me today. I hope you liked this video. I know it was kind of short and not like that in depth, but I mean it's the first time I smelled it, so I couldn't really go that in depth, but I'm sure I will be including this perfume in future videos. I don't see how I cannot, because I do really like it. I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a like if you did, or dislike it. That's up to you. Definitely give me your feedback in the comments. I really want to know you guys' opinions on this new scent, and please subscribe to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.